I really have no reason to be playing this on hardcore right now. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I panicked. I didn't say anything for like a few seconds. The screen was going black. I thought we were just having one of those like freak eclipses. See this? It got like super dark because this moon went in front of the sun. That's what I thought was happening. It just like gets dark so fast and then gets bright again. I wasn't looking at my oxygen levels. Oh my god, I almost drowned. Oh my god. Why am I playing this on hardcore? If you watched the first episode, wow, congratulations. I feel like I got all of the information to get started. So my goal this time is to do more playthrough style. Oh yeah, I ended this standing on top of my ship. So I believe that the goals that I set forth for this were to create the habitat tool. Right now, I probably have a good chunk of this stuff. I got the copper for the copper wire, but I don't have any table coral. So I gotta go collect a few things. So I'm just gonna go grab a few things. I'm gonna make the habitat tool. That one's empty. How about this one? This one looks empty as well. Okay, so I can scan this. It's a grav trap fragment. I don't normally use grav traps, but we'll see how this goes. Wow, all of these are empty. Oh, here we go. This one's Sea Glide. Perfect, that's what I need. I also just got that symbol again, showing that I have another message. Uh-oh. That's one of those pods with the explodey guys. But I see some sandstone right here. Lead. That's not good. Here we go. More sandstone. Gold. Okay. Still looking for silver, though. Ooh, 2 more sandstone. There's a silver. Yeah, there we go. There we go. The final thing I was going to grab here was table coral. Which it looks like we got plenty of table coral right here. Just gotta chop that up and then grab it. We've got the blueprint for the Sea Glide now. I'm going to need another copper wire and a battery. I need a battery for the habitat builder as well. I only have enough acid mushrooms to make 1 battery right now, so it looks like I'm going to have to go collect some more of those. But I'll make the habitat builder. If you click here, these are all the things you can construct. I would suggest, if you wanted to, early on, making one of these X compartments. I'm just going to place it right here. You need to place a hatch on it. I don't have any quartz right now, but that requires quartz and titanium. Another thing you're going to need is a solar panel, because if you don't have any power, you don't have any oxygen going into your compartment. So I'm going to place that there. So I need to collect 3 quartz before I can finish this little compartment. And then I'll show you what it looks like on the inside. Cool, I found another wreckage right here. Let's see what kind of things we can scan. Perfect, I got beacon fragments right here. Beacons are gonna come in handy. Oh yes, I got 2 beacon fragments right here. That means I'm gonna learn how to make beacons. Alright, I see 2 explodey boys here, but there's a lot of quartz in there, so I'm just gonna see if I can bait them out. Now I can freely collect all these quartz. Okay, before I go back in, let's complete the hatch. And let's complete this solar panel. It's significantly bigger than my life pod, but it's just a tiny little room. It only costs 2 titanium to make a wall locker. And you can literally load these rooms full of wall lockers. Like, just imagine all the storage I can have right here. Each one of these little lockers, it's just as big as the storage is in my life pod now. So this is a great life improvement. This way you don't have to make a bunch of those stupid floaty waterproof lockers. They're so expensive. Look, 4 titanium for one of those. It only cost me 2 titanium to put up one of those wall lockers. Of course I had to build the habitat as well. This is the newest blueprint that I just picked up. It's cheap. I'm going to make one right now because I believe you should always have one on you in case you come across an area that you know you want to come back to and you don't want to lose that area. Just pop down a beacon and you'll always be able to find it. Here's the most exciting new item that I have to craft. It's the Sea Glide. Right now my hotbar is full. I'm going to trade out the flashlight for the Sea Glide. Alright, let me show you why the Sea Glide is such a huge improvement. The speed at which I'm traveling with this Sea Glide compared to no Sea Glide, it's insane. Also, there's a flashlight attached to the Sea Glide. So I could turn the flashlight on and off. I can have the flashlight on without the weird little display there. I can put the display on there if I want. Heading down to Life Pod 3, check out this signal, see what it's all about. When you get to one of these pods, like now, like pod 3 here, there's always going to be a PDA, and there's going to be usually a data box, not always. The data box gave us a new blueprint. That blueprint is for a compass. It actually goes on our equipment. There's a slot for it on the equipment. So if we craft a compass, we will always know which direction we're heading in. I still prefer to use beacons whenever possible, but sometimes you don't get lucky and find beacon fragments right away. So sometimes the compass can be very helpful early on. We also got a blueprint for a rebreather. I'm not exactly sure, we just kind of have this now. So if you go below 100 meters underwater, it becomes significantly harder to breathe, so you start to lose oxygen quicker. If you're wearing a rebreather, you don't. The problem is, to wear the rebreather, you have to take off the radiation helmet, which means the rest of your radiation suit is basically worthless, and you're going to be taking damage from radiation if you're in a radiation zone. So here's what we just got. We just got the PDA data for LifePod 3. It came with a voice message.
You really think it'll carry 2 of us?
Your regular Sea Glide tows a mass of 80 kilograms at over 30 kilometers an hour. The power cellar rig to this one should double that.
You think there's something out there that's faster?
Oh, sure. And that's assuming it doesn't overload 3 meters from the life pod.
You're calm about this?
I'm seeing the engineering problem. If I stop seeing the maths, I'll be terrified.
So all of these that you're going to find on all the life pods, they're just kind of fun story pieces. This game does have a story. You kind of do have to do a little bit of digging. Every life pod that you come across, you're going to find a PDA. And when you do, you can come right into the databank, go to the data download section, find the log that you just found for the whatever life pod you just came across, and learn a little bit about the story.
This is Avery Quinn of Trading Ship Sunbeam. Aurora, do you read? Over? Nothing but vacuum. These Altera ships. They run low on engine grease, send an SOS, you offer to help, they don't pick up. Aurora, I'm out on the far side of the system. It's gonna take more than a week to reach your position. Do you still need our assistance? Over. I'll try them again tomorrow. Damn charter's gonna have us blowing our credits running errands for Altera. See what the long-range scans pick up in the meantime.
Somebody received our distress signal, but we don't have a way to communicate back. So while we wait for more messages, the next step is to just start building the things that you can build. Like right now, I have to build a compass and a rebreather. I'm also still on the lookout for mobile vehicle bay fragments, so I might just look around the area and see what I can find. Alright, here's a new fragment, a laser cutter fragment.
Extensive biodiversity and connects to a number of small cave networks.
Wow, I've already got all 3 fragments for this thing. Well, we're not actually going to be building that right now because it requires diamond, which is something that we don't get here yet. Finally, I got a silver. I'll be surprised if we get to diamond this episode.
Local scans show a nearby cave entrance, depth 90 meters, leading to an unknown environmental biome.
So these are amazing fragments. It's a sea moth fragment. That's going to be our first real vehicle, but we still need to find the final mobile vehicle bay to get that. And I'm still looking for more silver. Oh cool, we got another message. I'll go check and see what that is. And I just got another silver, but I need one more. Oh, finally, the last mobile vehicle bay fragment. So now, when I get home, I'll have a couple of things to do, which is good. There it is, that's it. Alright, let's go home. Alright, so I'm going to do the compass. Going to do the rebreather. You see the compass automatically goes here on our equipment slot. There's another mysterious equipment slot open here. That's going to be later in the game. I'm going to pop the rebreather on right now because I don't expect to be going to any radiated zones. So I'm just going to stick the radiation helmet in one of our storage containers. So we got the recipe for the laser cutter. But like I said, it's probably going to be a while before we get to diamonds. So the recipe I'm most interested in right now is the mobile vehicle bay. We need a titanium ingot, power cell, and a lubricant. That's easy enough. I can make those real quick. Now I'll show you how this works. First, you do have to equip it. And then when you go to use it, it places it and it floats up to the surface. You can then climb aboard and interact with this screen here. And it's a new crafting menu for vehicles. Right now it's showing me the sea moth. I still need to find sea moth fragments.
This is Life Pod 6. I have a passenger on board. Coordinates attached. We've landed a kilometer from the crash site, but there's radiation in between us and the rendezvous. Request immediate assistance. 6 out.
Signal coordinates corrupted. Approximate transmission origin recorded to data bank.
This is a cool thing. They added something to my data bank because the coordinates were corrupted, so they can't show me exactly where this is. I don't get a beacon for it. It says a distress signal has been received from LifePod 6, but the attached coordinates were corrupted. Last available photographic data has been downloaded and analyzed. Crew requested assistance navigating radiation, sunk to approximately 100 meters. Located in an area dense with red grass, near a number of natural arches and rock stacks. Transmission origin approximately 400 meters west-northwest of LifePod 4's last known location. So, LifePod 4, we don't know where that is yet. But we did just get a new message. Let's see what this one is.
This is Ozzy from the cafeteria. What the hell, guys? They didn't warn us this might happen. Our pod was almost crushed by this Seamoth Bay on the way down. Now we're hanging on the edge of a cave system, and this grim-looking snake thing's trying to eat through the hull. Come get us already.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Alright, so we got a new signal. That one is not Life Pod 4, so it looks like we have to hold off on Life Pod 6 until we can find Life Pod 4. But we do know where Life Pod 17 is. The area around where Life Pod 17 is where you're going to find Seamoth fragments and a lot of other cool stuff. So let's head over there and see what's up. I'm going to stop over here and scan this. What do we got? Bioreactor fragment? That's cool. Oh, here we go. More Seamoth fragments. I'm going to pick up this PDA. And then I'm going to go to the surface real quick because I just want to show you something. That's where Life Pod 17 is. And it's no longer displaying because I've been there and I picked up the PDA. But if I come back here to the beacon manager and I turn the eye back on, for some reason it was showing that the eye's on for Life Pod 3 even though it wasn't showing. So if you wanted to see Life Pod 3 you would have to turn it off and then back on. But now that the eye is on manually, now until I go back to Life Pod 17, it's going to show me here's Life Pod 17. So if you explore and you just went straight to 17 or you went straight to 3, you grab the PDA, you go home, and then you think to yourself, oh, that area around that life pod was kind of cool. I wanted to explore that and see if there was more around there. You could just turn the beacon back on manually. You can see right from Life Pod 17, there's this really awesome looking wreck over here that is a great place to find blueprints. Also, right next to 17, right here, is a deep cave. And that goes well below 100 meters. I do have my rebreather on though, so let's just peek in here. This is going to be an area we're going to go to later. It goes real deep. And it's like a really cool mushroom cave. Now we could build an air pump, place it up on the surface, and then build a ton of pipes and pipe our way down there. But it's very slow and inefficient, and you got to collect a ton of titanium, and that can be kind of boring. So I'm just going to look for Seamoth fragments, because I happen to know that once you get a Seamoth, it is a game changer. As much as the Sea Glide was a game changer, the Seamoth, 10 times more. 10 times more. Let's see, is that a Seamoth fragment right there too? I am getting really lucky with the fragments, I'll be honest. Sometimes I gotta hunt this stuff down. But that's pretty awesome. I've got Seamoth fragment. Let's see what other things I can get around here. More bioreactor. Looks like I got the blueprint for the bioreactor. Ooh, a battery charger fragment. I've never seen one of those just right here out in the open. Here's a scanner room fragment I can find here. So before we go home and make our Seamoth, which is actually very exciting, I'm going to explore this big wreckage. I'm going to go inside of it. I'm just going to scan everything I can in here. What do we got here? Propulsion cannon. That is an important piece of technology that we're going to need for the next big step in this game. So we're just getting as much equipment as we can to prepare ourselves to go to the Aurora. I've beat this game enough times to know which tools I need to successfully explore the entire ship in one run. And that's kind of like how I like to do things, is efficiently. So I'm going to get all the tools you need. I'll show you which ones you need before you explore the Aurora. If you want, you could just go in there and just check it out and get as far as you can get, then come back once you get the piece of equipment that'll get you to the next section. Oh, I got another message. And more propulsion cannon fragments. Oh, did I get the full blueprint for that? That's insane. I'm getting extremely lucky. These guys are pretty cool. They're terrifying looking the first time you see them. But they are fully neutral mobs. These are called the Reefback Leviathans. There are 3 Leviathans in this game. The Reefback Leviathan, which is totally neutral. It's like basically like a giant whale. But then there's the other 2 Leviathans, and we'll come across those eventually. And they are not so neutral. I really have no reason to be playing this on hardcore right now. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I panicked. I didn't say anything for like a few seconds. The screen was going black. I thought that we were just having one of those like freak eclipses, because in this game sometimes there's like a 2-second night and it's just like this weird eclipse. I wasn't looking at my oxygen levels. Oh my god, I almost drowned. Oh my god. Why am I playing this on hardcore? Oh, that was close. Propulsion cannon. So that's actually pretty easy. I just need to go find 2 more silver. Now we're going to take a look over here. We need a lot of different things here. I've got some of these ready to go. I think I can make most of this stuff, to be honest. I don't know. Maybe I need to go collect a few more titanium to make another ingot. Alright, so I've got a fun little trick to show you. A little tip. The power cell. It requires 2 batteries and a silicon rubber. Well, here's something that you might not know. It doesn't have to be a full battery. So, for instance, I have these 2 batteries that I just made 100% charge. My Sea Glide, wow. I've used a lot of battery on that, but if I change the battery, and now I'm going to check out my scanner. I'm pretty sure I've used up a lot of scanner battery as well. 62%, not too bad, but you know what? Might as well have 100%. Now these 2 batteries in my inventory are 12% and 62%. But guess what? I can still craft a power cell with them. And that power cell is 100%. So I just saved a ton of battery life. We're going to build a sea moth. And this is my favorite part of the game. I always get so excited. I feel like this is the time where I've left the early game and I'm diving into the mid game. I now have a little tiny personal submarine.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
When you're in here, you got a flashlight. You have infinite oxygen in this thing. The number on the top, 200, it means that this can only go 200 meters deep before it starts taking damage. You can also take damage by bumping into things, so be careful. Don't just drive this around all willy-nilly. This is going to be something that I'm going to be using to travel for pretty much the rest of the entire game. Once you feel like you've made everything and you're not quite sure, where do I go next? What do I do next? For the most part, you can go to your radio. It will continue to send you to different life pods all over the place. You'll find new recipes, you'll find new biomes. However, for me, having played this game a bunch, the next step is that I want to explore the Aurora. Which at this point, I mean, in the game, you've got the radiation suit, you got yourself a sea moth. That seems to be the logical place to go. But I can't go into the Aurora right now without building a laser cutter and a propulsion cannon. The radio never tells you to go to the Aurora, you just kind of have to go there on your own. And then that gives you some story pieces. Another thing to keep in mind, if you aren't sure what to do, There are two directions you can go in this game. That is further away from your pod and further underwater. When you're in doubt, travel deeper and travel out. So I'm actually going to pop Life Pod 17 back on my radar. There it is. I always seem to build every one of my bases in roughly the same exact spot in this game. I don't know that it's necessarily the best place to put a base. It might not be the most efficient spot for a base, but I like it because I kind of know where everything is. So you'll come across these like cliffs. So this drops down to a second level, and then there's like 3 or 4 of these that drop down again. I usually like to pick one of these little outcroppings, these secondary ones, and I'll build my base like right around here, because in the darkness this way, not too far, is the entrance to a cave that goes to the deepest point of this game, and I know where like most of the biomes are that I need to get to from this direction. That being said, I'm going to swim down here and drop my beacon, and I'm going to edit this. I'll call it home, and I'm not actually going to build anything at the moment, but in the future I will build my base right there. So if I am at home and I turn right and I head up this mountain, on the other side of this mountain is what I'm looking for, which is diamonds. It's in the giant mushroom biome. So these are the giant mushrooms, and there should be a little ravine. Here it is.
Maximum depth
Ooh,
reached.
whoa.
Damage imminent.
See that? I just
In
went
this area
200
is
meters deep.
dominated by plant life.
There's a shale outcrop right there. These can have lithium, gold, and, if I'm lucky, diamond. Inside this little cave, there's actually this. I'll show you, just as a fun little teaser. I might even end this episode here. What the heck is this? Alien arches? Civilized life on this planet? Living under the water? Maybe. I've got a new message. I'm on the hunt for diamonds. Maybe we'll get into that first thing in episode 3. But for now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace out!